Hi everybody. Okay, today we're going to talk about bearings. All right. Now, bearing, okay, is basically the direction. Okay, the direction you measure from the north. Okay, clockwise from the north. Okay, generally it's 3 digits. Yeah, so 0, 5, 2. Why? Do you think there's an angle that's 4 digits? No, because there will be like multiple circles already. Okay, now let me give you some examples. All right. Okay, so if I put it like this, okay, this means the bearing will be 60. Oh, no, you boys stop laughing. Okay, now let's do 78. Okay, now 78. All right, the bearing from A to B, from A. Okay, let me make this bigger. From A to B is 78. Okay, if I put like this, the bearing is 123. Of course, later you can use your ruler to measure the length of A to B lah. Okay, so generally when we talk about directions, okay, we have two things that we need to talk about. Okay, especially when we are talking about from point A to point B. If just the direction, the bearing is enough. Okay, it can be 123, 216, and so on and so forth. Okay, even up 267. All right, so that is just the direction, and then after that, if the questions require it, you mention lah the distance as well. Okay, how you mention the distance? Just put a ruler and measure A to B. Okay, now what is the maximum bearing possible? 360. Okay, which is also actually just zero. Okay, so in a way it could, okay, you can consider as 359 also lah. All right. Okay, so this is bearing. Okay, I've already put this in the link so you can go and play around. All right, so this is the general understanding of bearing, but there's another a different way of stating bearing also. In this case is usually including the north, south, east, west. Okay, so if you can see, all right, I can turn the what. All right, as I turn it, okay, you see at bearing 0 it is north 0, east nothing, no east or what west. Okay, okay, so usually we are talking about the north and the south first, then only the east and the west. So as you can see here, as I go down, okay, we have all the way to 90. All right, which is north, 90 east. Okay, and then when we go down, oh, becomes south already. So then you can notice here, previously from the north it will be from the north ma. Okay, but at the south it will be from the south. So here is 80, here is 39, and so on and so forth. Okay, you get the idea. So basically in this case, because they put north and south first, so if from which direction, what's the angle towards which direction. Okay, so from the north or the south, how much angle towards the east or the west. Okay, you can go try this and play around, and then after that you can see lah, this is actually just the distance. Okay, and lastly, now sometimes they give you multiple. Okay, multiple, let me put this. So you see in this case I have distance A to B is 5 cm. Okay, so I measure 5. Okay, you can notice I measure 5 already, and then I want to have a bearing of 225. So bearing of 225. Now when I reach here, okay, do you notice that this is point A and then this one become point B? Okay, now why I go up first is because that's the north. All right, and then I move. Okay, so means at this direction 5 cm away, I put a dot here now. Okay, that's dot B. Then we want to figure out how far to go C. So it's 4 cm and 135. So 4 cm, and then from the north again 135. So this is C. Now we can also show the distance A to C. How? Okay, very simple. You use your ruler to measure lor, and then you use your protractor to measure the bearing also lor. Very easy only. Okay, so questions like this require you to have your compass and ruler. Okay. Sorry, protractor and ruler. All right. Now you can play around with this if you like. Okay, I already. If you notice, as I change the thing, the the whole thing changed along. Okay. Now if you notice, no matter what bearing I put for A to B, okay, the bearing from B to C does not change. Notice? Okay. So if I want to put it in such a way that, let's say I put 180, and then this one I put no, no, let's try this. This one I put 270. Here I put 90. What do you think will happen? You go back to the C will go back to almost A, near A there. Okay. All right. Okay, you can play around with this. Please do play around with this. Otherwise later on you also will be blur case. And thank you, class.